Hey there, I'm Katsumi, and this is a collective reading, so please take what resonates and leave the rest behind. The energy I'm feeling is charged with the final successful completion of a major quest that's leading to your triumph. And right now, the word coming through is conquer. I'm also hearing that the rewards of your labor are exponentially magnified right now. So let's find out what other messages are coming through. So starting off, you have the Four of Pentacles. Something to do with your stability and your security around something. You're really holding tight to what it is that you have at this time, because it almost feels as though you know that if you hold tight to this thing, it's going to bring about your triumph in some kind of way is what I'm hearing. Something to do with you working towards something, and every time that you are working towards this thing, you're kind of collecting like the riches, the spoils is what I'm hearing. Something to do with you trying to keep control of what it is that you are acquiring over time. And there's a lot of judgment coming through in that. Maybe that's judgment from others, maybe that's judgment from yourself, but that's leading to some sort of self-evaluation phase, some self-evaluation from your peers. I'm hearing mentors, people that you're mentoring as well, people that you look up to, something to do with family coming across here as well. But I'm also feeling like some sense of stubbornness in the background with this middle energy here, where it's just like, maybe there's some sense of inflexibility. Maybe there's some sense of not wanting to necessarily let go of anything or everything. Something around the lines of really just trying to keep your riches, keep your rewards, keep the things that you have accrued up until this point, because there's some sort of fear, is what I'm feeling, of potentially losing these items, losing these things that you have gained. It almost feels as though with this judgment, there's also some sort of like clarity coming through, some sort of evaluation of some kind. Almost like I'm seeing this like individual blowing this horn, and it's kind of like it almost feels like a wake-up call almost, where it's like things are kind of like being, I heard blown out of proportion. Things are kind of being blown into bigger perspectives. Things are kind of shifting into new paths. So it's almost like the universe is asking you to kind of like hear the horns is what I'm hearing. It kind of feels like it's a warning of some kind. It kind of feels like one of those things where it's like you're in the forest, you hear this horn, and it's kind of like saying like, hey, things are happening, things are shifting, things are moving around in some way, where it's like kind of like awakening something in this forest of some kind. And you're kind of like sitting back, but the universe wants you to kind of like take a, like, I guess like reposition your seat is what I'm hearing, to kind of like see what is happening around you. And we have the Knight of Swords coming through too. It's kind of like this like overthinking a little bit about these signs that are coming your way. There's a bit of like uncertainty because there are almost like things in your midst that are kind of trying to block you from reaching your goals. There's going to be some sort of like, I don't know why, you know, like when you're kind of like going through your day-to-day, you're kind of just going with the flow. You're trying to achieve your aspirations and your dreams and things like that. Something's always going to come up into the mist and try to persuade you to go one way or the other. And the universe is kind of warning you that there's going to be some like things that kind of lead to irreversible ends of some kind. Something to do with like subconsciously you know that you're in a good spot, but there's like some illusions around that, some unseen, untapped potential of certain things that might be unseen because of one's stubbornness or inflexibility towards certain decisions. And you know, that's kind of like what I'm feeling there. It almost feels as though like that nine of swords is like there may be like some overthinking and like nightmares or guilt or anxiety almost to happen. So you might want to try to like hold on to certain things and not try to take certain leaps forward. And it kind of like creates this like back and forth mindset, you know, it's kind of what I'm getting there. But the universe is kind of just asking you to kind of just like jump through those realms, jump through those portals to just find yourself on the other side of like where this world is coming across for you. Okay? It's almost as though like if you're not jumping past this portal, you might see yourself in a situation where it's like you might feel isolated. You might be breaking down or feeling vulnerable because what you've kept for so long is like everything and anything that you have at this point in time. And like just even a sliver of curiosity or enthusiasm towards a new path might make you fearful. And it's kind of like you're shielding yourself. You're trying to use humor and disguise yourself potentially from the things that you're trying to accomplish or really want in your life. It's almost like you're trying to be happy with what is. You're trying to be grateful and almost like it feels like self-deceit, like you're running away from like your own aspirations, knowing that full well that it's right on the other side kind of thing. Kind of like you're shielding it with like a mask over your face, you know, is what I'm hearing here. It's almost like dodging growth, like it's homework from what we see here, kind of fearing change, fearing things so much so that there's like a comfort, and a comfort zone is being like positioned here in your existing environment, past to present. But the universe is kind of encouraging you in this reading to just kind of allow yourself to, yes, you can be stubborn. Yeah, you can be inflexible in some regard, but take that leap, jump through the portal, jump through to the next path is what I'm hearing. Okay, so that you can get to this world, so that you can get to this King of Pentacles. Something to do with you're blocking yourself, people are blocking you. There's some sort of like fear mongering around you, perhaps, that might be preventing you from kind of like taking that next big leap for yourself. It almost feels like this spiritual battle that you're overcoming, okay? Internally, mentally, physically is what I'm hearing. You have like this overwhelming strength about you that is almost like unveiling itself almost, where it's like, this is one of the greatest challenges that you will ever face. And now you're standing here on the verge of it all, and you're walking into that success, okay? So is what I'm hearing. And you're finding this like moment of victory within yourself. And like, it almost feels as though like you have like this wake-up call. You have this like thing that's like resonating within you. It's this thing that is like telling you, go forth, push forward to accomplish your goals, to accomplish the things that you desire. It's almost like the energy is flowing through you and around you. And you're just kind of like feeling that energy. You're kind of just transmuting with that energy and integrating with it. I'm hearing the word happiness. I'm hearing vitality. I'm hearing success. It's almost giving me like this sun energy almost too. Okay? And you're glowing up in that energy. Once you step through that portal, you're like, it's almost like there's like a healer on the other side, and they just like hit you with this what is this, like this healing effect, or like this buff where you just feel like you have this glow up. I'm almost hearing like something about glamour magic. Like when you step through this portal, all of a sudden someone's gonna hit you with glamour magic, and you're gonna just be like vibing. It's like the phrase of just like feeling oneself, like you're feeling good, you're feeling like you have like this self-improvement in your looks, in your mental state, how you traverse certain things. Like there's going to be like all these mental blockages that you had before you jumped through that portal, like they are no longer present any longer, and you're having this personal transformation, and you're feeling better than ever as you traverse forward. This King of Pentacles almost like solidifies like your abundance and your stability, and how you are coming across as like this reliable and wise individual. It feels as though you're finding abundance mentally, physically, spiritually, and you're going to be able to share with this abundance with other people. During the spread, before I started the reading, I was like shuffling the cards, and I got like family and something to do with like self-reliance. Like you're going to be relying on yourself, but also you have like this strong, like, I feel like support group around you, okay? It might not necessarily be family. It could be friends or a good partnership around you where it just feels like really solid for you. And something to do with this thing this partnership being so solidified that it almost feels like you're able to grow and craft and be like really articulate, is what I heard, in terms of like manifesting the things you want going forward. There's also something to do with like individuals of the past who might pop up, who might kind of like persuade you to have irrational thoughts, kind of persuade you to not use your logic, okay, and not use your emotional maturity or your calm wisdom or balance. Something to do with like secret romances popping up that might kind of persuade you to a different direction. It kind of feels like one of those things where it's like, before your glow up, there were certain individuals that wanted to, or necessarily didn't want to, what's the word? Like, you know, like when someone doesn't want to hang out with you or intermingle or like be in your presence if you're not like, if you don't have yourself together, is what I'm hearing. Something to do with like people don't want to be a part of or associated with you if you don't have your ducks in a row, is what I'm hearing. Like some of those individuals might be popping back up, okay? Trying to get second chances with you. They might be like, you know, doing late night calls and trying to have like certain affairs with you and like this and that. Universe is asking you to also be mindful of that. Something to do with them ghosting you in the past, which kind of created blockages for you in the mental state, in the physical state. There's like some sort of sudden disappearance. Maybe you have decided to disappear and kind of go ghost. I'm hearing that too. But someone is leaving someone or something hanging, and it kind of is like unseen. It's like being seen, but it's ignored. It's kind of like in the back of the head. And it's kind of, it's like an abrupt silence, or it's abrupting silence of some kind. Universe just wants you to be prepared for things like that. Okay? It's like maybe at like 8:20 in the middle of the night, you know, I'm getting 222. Maybe that bit might be of significance, or like 888. Getting a lot of twos on the dice here. But nonetheless, like universe wants you to know like, hey, it's time to step through that portal. It's time to get this AoE buff that's been waiting for you on the other side of that portal. It's almost like you, like the world is like, hey, like the world map is like, hey, we're ready for you to teleport over, okay? Universe wants you to teleport over, you know, get your healing, get your buffs so you can traverse this new quest of yours that's waiting for you with abundance. It feels like this quest that you're on, like it's gonna have this massive completion, like this successful completion that's leading to your triumph. It's like you're going to acquire like all of this gold in abundance, and it's like gonna be magnified exponentially as soon as it happens. And what's even crazy about that is like the idea of like the word conquer and the word triumph. It's like you're conquering all of the things that you thought you could do in the past moment when you were just holding on to like these things that were just like, you know, just like you were just holding on to what it is that you acquired. But like the world wants you to know, the universe wants you to know that it's time to leap into that next stage of your life so that you can magnify what it is that you've already put your time and investment in. And while doing so, don't get distracted by I was hearing like the bondages of the past. So yeah, those are all the messages that I have for you today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If this reading resonated, consider showing your support by subscribing, liking the video, and leaving a comment down below. I truly appreciate it. And until next time, trust your path and let the universe work its magic.